Asuu continuously, forever and ever, every day by day, whenever, wherever, however, remains a blessing to this channel. I appreciate you. I love you. I see your support. You are everything I pray for as a family. Now, for those of you who just wondering, probably this is your first time on coming to this channel, and you're saying, who is she? This is Jenny, humble, simple woman by nature. This is Jenny, okay? And this is Real Talk with Jenny. So you know how we do it. For those of you just coming today, let me give you time to go subscribe. When you come back, I get plenty talk where I want to talk to do, but just go subscribe first. Welcome back, and thank you so much for subscribing. You are God's gift to me. I hope I'm God's gift to you too. Well, there's a video I want to show you. When you see the video, after watching the video, come back. We've got something to talk about. I don't even want to tell you what it's about, but seriously, it's a serious matter, and we need to talk about it here on Real Talk with Jenny. So go check out the video. I'll be here waiting for you.
Just hearing it right now, so I'm happy. It's good news.
Why are you happy?
Because I have things to do. I'm doing photography and I'm trying to relax because school is just taking up all my time, and obviously nobody's serious with school in this country, including the government themselves. So you just have to find something going on for yourself, something that works for you, and school is not it.
Welcome back. Okay, you watched it, Abby. Asuu, they're on strike, and see, it's so annoying that people who are called the tomorrow's leaders happen to be victims to this whole federal government and Asuu shenanigans. Yes, the thing there is that a lot of people came after the girl saying, oh, she's not even serious with her school, with her anything that has to do, that see what she said, her school is not so important or something. No, that was not what the girl was saying. What the girl is trying to say is, see, at the end of the day, even when people graduate, people go for the NYC orientation or after serving their father's land, as it's often referred to, and they come back without having a job. What she's trying to let you know is, she says she's into photography and she wants to learn that skill. She wants to go further, and school has been affecting her study. That school has been affecting her choice of profession, what she intends to do right now or later in life. So she's not saying that school is bad, though. She's not. A lot of people came after this girl. She's not saying that school is bad. What she's saying is that we can't keep allowing these people push us, toss us around now. We have to also find something else to do to support ourselves. I remember when I was doing my diploma. Yeah, when I did my diploma, we had a strike 3 months. And we all had to stay at home. If probably we're wiser, the way I say, I love young people right now. A lot of people are in school and also learning one skill or another. And time has changed. This generation now knows this, that. I'm talking of this present people in school. They now know that, oh yes, we need to learn this, because at the end of the day, we fit go school finish, we fit graduate with 2-1 first class, last job no go come our way. After all, even the leader already said it, that your being a graduate is not a determinant that you get a job. So of course, what do you expect them to do? The thing about it is that federal government is actually playing with the educational system in Nigeria. And why? Because most of them send their kids abroad and they are not bothered about it. And then those who actually stay here to go to school have to struggle. They just have to keep struggling and everything. If they have to struggle through going to school, they still have to struggle trying to get a job. Because this system, I don't want to say this system is messed up, but the truth is, things are happening. People's life are being taken for granted. People's future are being tampered with. You can't jeopardize the life of young people. And that's why it is important for people to come out and say something about this Asuu and federal government issue. See, I noticed that since it's every two years, Asuu goes on strike, every 2 years. I don't understand them. I understand that, I want to understand that federal government is not meeting up to their demands. But come on, every time you make a decision, it affects another set of people. So my advice to young people, please go learn 1 or 2 things. Learn how to do something, Don't depend on your certificate. Don't depend on your certificate. And that's why after this Asuu strike, see, people struggle to gain admission. You see, probably someone who finished secondary school at 16, because we have a lot of 16 who finish, people finish very early in Nigeria here. Now, at 16 years, a person finishes school and enters the university at probably 21. Now, do the math. The person will be graduating at 25, 26. NYC, you have to wait another year to go for NYC. You finish NYC the upper year, 28, 29. And then at the end of the day, when it's time for you to get a job, companies will now state not more than 26. But they forget that Asuu, federal government, one's inability to gain an admission to school actually hindered their ability to finish early. People are going through so much in Nigeria. You can't keep putting having strike, federal government not wanting to meet the demands of Asuu, at the detriment of people's future, where when they finally finish, they get rejected. A guy on social media said something. He finished with first class Unilag, University of Lagos. It's a well-known university in Nigeria. And then at 28, he couldn't even get a job. Companies turned him down because of his age. Age factor was a no-no for him. In Nigeria, age is a determining factor to whether you are going to get a good job or not. Why? Now, he finished at 28, traveled outside Nigeria. He's 32 and he got a job with Bloomberg. Now, he finished at 28 and no job in Nigeria, first class. He travels abroad, or he traveled abroad. At 32, he gets a good job in a good place. Now, what will you say about that? That simply means we don't even appreciate people here. Now, you waste their time with Asuu strike. You waste their time with federal government, waste people's time with not being able to, stay true to whatever whatever they have promised or have been promised to Asuu. Don't let people's children graduate at 27 and 28, and then banks, organizations, other organizations will now say to them at 26, if you're not 26 and above, if you're not 26 and above, you can't get a job in Nigeria. I like what she said, but I do not agree with the last one. See, school is everything. Go and check a businessman in the market, like Alaba International. The way an educated businessman will run his business would never be the way an uneducated man in probably the main market or something will run his business. There's a difference. School is important. Please, let's not get deceived. We understand that in Nigeria, school no be but school be school na Let all learn to educate people to go to school. It's very, very important. I do not agree with the last part of what she, where she said school no be or something. But please, federal government, Asuu, help people. Organizations, yes, this is the opportunity for me to call out organizations. Organizations, please, I'm begging you, stop this age factor thing. It's causing people to, lose themselves. People don't get a job and then they go into, I'm not trying to support Yahoo, okay? I'm not trying to support fraudulent acts, internet fraudsters. No, I'm not trying to support them. But what I'm telling you, these are the things, these little things are the things that push them. When you don't have a job, nobody is coming your way, you don't have anything to do, you say, okay, go and learn a trade. How many people are even successful doing this trade of a thing? For example, you have a boy who is actually into shoemaking and everything. If he does not have the right connect or the right, connection, he probably will just stay doing, one or two, probably in a week he sells 2, 3, 4. Is that life? So please, let's do something with this age. This is actually a problem in Nigeria. Federal government, Asuu, and organizations, I'm calling you all. I'm calling you out. Please, work on this thing. Look for a way to come to an agreement. That's why in life we disagree to agree. Now, children will pack their things and go back home. Some children may not even go back home. Some people who have been avoiding doing fraudulent acts will now be forced to go into fraudulent acts. Please, let's work on this thing. Let's work on ourselves. Let's work on policies we implement. Don't just say, do. And that's why when you don't even do, after promising Asuu, federal government, you don't do, Asuu comes after you. And the only problem there is that students will have to go through the pain. People, Asuu have actually gone on strike for over 4 months. I'm just trying not to exaggerate, but the little I can remember, how people's children, don't let people's children finish at 27, 28, and then there is no job. A lot of you say, but they cannot finish at 27, 28. Hello, there are some people who gained admission at 25. Some people finally gained admission at 21, 22, 23. What will you do about those ones? If you keep going on back-to-back strike. Let's work on this thing. Oh. This is an issue in Nigeria. Young people won't get frustrated because of you. And if you know you can't do anything about it, step aside. Let another set of people come and do the right thing. So no, that girl is not telling you that she doesn't like school. What she's telling you is, I'm tired of everything, because at the end of the day, it's not like I'll use this certificate. So let me just go learn something. Let me go learn a skill or something. To every young person out there, please learn a skill. Learn a skill. We all need it, because no one knows tomorrow. Without dulling this vibe, now let me take you to the next story. Mohammed, you all know him now. I don't say anything further, okay? Now he's telling Nollywood industry, this is an industry they don't support financially. They're not telling them on the content to produce. How can they arrest people who are fraudulent, the Yahoo money ritual guys, and then during interrogation they tell you that it's because of the films they watch? That's a stupid excuse. That's a useless, good for nothing excuse. Because at the end of the day, Nollywood, I'm going to hit my chest and I'm going to say it again. Nollywood, they always make these movies, and at the end, there's a lesson learned. It's only a stupid person who is not willing to learn that will only go for the bad, lessons. Because at the end of the day, these people actually tell you the consequences of going into ritual practice. So it's painful that Mohammed, the police or whichever body, will hold on to Nollywood, saying Nollywood's content is the reason why these young guys are actually going into money ritual. A bad person is a bad person. Let's stop making excuses for them. It's like going to America and telling Americans or even other countries in the world not to do gun violent films, not to use guns, not to do, and sometimes these people, have you watch Nollywood and Hollywood. Sometimes the way Hollywood ends, you can't come and try it in Nigeria to end your movie like that. The truth about it is that Biden can't tell Hollywood to stop. He can't even say to Hollywood, oh, stop shooting or stop making gun films. It's like telling them not to end that content. They will never agree. They have a say. Hollywood movies, not all. Some of them, they end probably where someone shoots a person, and at the end, it does not pay the price. In Nigerian Hollywood movies, they pay the price. They pay the price. So it's painful when Mohammed comes out to tell these people you don't support financially, you don't even, you only come for recognitions. They do events and probably they invite you to come for it. But financially, you don't support them. And when they come up with content, you tell them that they shouldn't do this or they shouldn't do that. We are creating. We keep creating excuses for these people. Tomorrow, okay, if they end ritual movies, do you think they will stop? A bad person or a corrupt person is a corrupt person. They won't stop. So what other excuse do you have for them? What's the next thing? What will you say to Nollywood? Or what's the next thing you will say to people? The only thing we can do is we should regulate the way people flash their, material things on social media. It should be regulated if that's what you want to do. Regulate it. Because sometimes when, these actors and actresses flash some kind of things, or some kind of people flash some kind of things, or some celebrated men or women in Nigeria who do not really have a legitimate source of income, when you celebrate them on social media, you're celebrating them. They see top politicians mingling with them, and then you can't even trace their legitimate source of income. Come on, you're intimidating people. Let's not forget that there are people also who actually, I don't want to call the people that actually do that though. There are some people that also, in the name of power, they also go into ritual killings. And then when you now carry people that actually do this, do you think after you tell them thank you for giving me, for producing the head and the leg and the hand, you think you are their last customer? No, they will go and look for another customer because that's the quick source of income for them. So rather than hold Nollywood, Kanayo or Kanayo's kind of movie, Zubi Michael's kind of movie, you're using that as an excuse to tell Nollywood the kind of content they need to put out there. That's wrong. I don't need anybody to support me, but I'm just telling the truth. Because when you end this content, when you tell them to put this content away, trust me, these young boys are not stopping. They are not stopping. And the truth is a painful truth. We have a very bad foundation in Nigeria, where a child will be bringing home some kind of money. You know very well that that child is too young to bring home such an amount. As a parent, rather than caution the child, you turn a blind eye to it. There are some Yahoo boys who actually rent apartments, luxurious apartments for their parents, and their parents know in their hearts that these boys are into fraudulent acts. You can't be telling someone to stop doing fraudulent activities when even the people in government are fraudulent. So when they see you and your children flash a lot of things, of course they too want to flash something. So do I think Nollywood should be held, or you should hold Nollywood accountable to ritual killings? No, I don't think so. Please, let's look for something else, because even after we send this content away, trust me, these boys will still do so much. Go and ask Hollywood. They did not stop them. Rather, they are ensuring that they curtail this thing. And yet you will say, oh, but there are so many killings in America. That's because there's another set of bad people there. So please, let's not use this Nollywood. When I heard it, when I saw it, I was so angry. Why now? These boys will be coming to you and be lying to you during the interview, and you'll be okay. They'll tell you that it's the movies they watch or it's devil. Thank you so much for joining me on Real Talk with Jenny. You know how you do it. Please subscribe. Please, I'm begging you. I beg you. I am begging you. I don't know how they say it in Yoruba and Hausa, but please, I'm begging you, subscribe. Take us to 500. We cannot do this thing without you. You are our, our family members, our yard people. So help us. And then let's share this video. A lot of you are not sharing the video. Share the video. Let people get to know that there's someone out there always saying her truth. And her truth can actually be so blunt. Like, I say it the way I see it. No filters. And that's what Real Talk with Jen is all about. Thank you so much. I love you. Bye-bye. Subscribe.